Hello and everyone, welcome to Tbcnews. Our top stories. Tanzania is set for local government elections. Death toll for the Kariakoo disaster reaches 29. Good evening, I am Faida Gaga. You can also follow us live via our YouTube channel, TBC Online. Also, get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. Tanzanian citizens are prepared to go to the polls tomorrow, November 27th, 2024, to elect government leaders after the campaigning phase in various areas of the country today, with President Samia Suluhu Hassan insisting that voting is a crucial opportunity for every citizen to be part of the democratic process in electing qualified leaders.
Muhimu kuheshimu maamuzi ya wapiga kura.
It is important to respect the decisions of voters because a strong democracy is built on the foundations of respect and solidarity. I take this opportunity to remind all citizens who are registered to vote to ensure they come out to fulfill their constitutional right. I urge you to use this opportunity to choose honest, innovative leaders who have ideas to advance our communities. Remember, every vote is crucial in determining the future of our development and the nation as a whole. To the political party leaders, candidates, and election agents, I remind you to adhere and respect the laws and regulations of the election. Additionally, I urge the election supervisors and all those involved in this election to ensure that it is conducted fairly, transparently, and in accordance with procedures agreed upon by stakeholders.
According to the government statistics, more than 31.2 million people have registered to vote tomorrow to elect local government leaders. Meanwhile, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, has received credentials from 10 newly appointed ambassadors who will be representing their countries here in Tanzania. Countries whose ambassadors have presented their credentials today include France, Australia, Barbados, Somalia, Ethiopia, Malaysia, Czech Republic, Niger, Republic of Korea, and Switzerland. In addition to receiving their credentials, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, has held talks with the newly appointed ambassadors. The Vice President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Philip Mpango, urges Tanzanian citizens to come out in large numbers to participate in the upcoming local government elections that are expected to be held tomorrow, November 27th, 2024. The Vice President made the call while talking to the passengers on board of Air Tanzania Company Limited, ATCL, during a flight to Kigoma from Dar es Salaam earlier today, while urging those who have registered to elect best leaders in the upcoming elections.
I have come home to participate in the local government election tomorrow. Therefore, I hope everyone is registered. Choose good leaders for our country.
In other news, the number of people who lost their lives following the Kariakoo building collapse has risen to 29 from 20 when announced at the time when the rescue operations exercise were coming to an end. Addressing journalists in Kariakoo in Dar es Salaam today, Chief Government Spokesperson Tobias Makoba said that efforts to identify additional bodies are ongoing using DNA technology. Is a report by Harry Mabumo, read to you by Teddy Mparnyang.
It is the 10th day since the Kariakoo four-story building collapse disaster occurred, leading losses of lives, injuring other and property destruction. And this is how the area looks like following the efforts done by defense and security forces, together with the citizens in rescue operations and recovering the bodies and properties trapped inside. Here, Chief Government Spokesman Tobias Makoba speaks.
Tumefika hatua ambayo tumeridhika kwamba tumefika mpaka kwenye basement.
We have reached a point where we are satisfied that we have reached the basement, and we have been able to recover the bodies of our colleagues who lost their lives. Finally, we have reached the end, and now we have reached the beginning of the building in the basement. The updated statistics of our colleagues who have died have now reached the 29 as of today.
Then he mentions on the work done so far.
Kwa sasa cha kwanza ambacho kinaenda kutokea siku hii ya tarehe 26.
What will happen on this date is that all streets will be opened and businesses will be allowed to continue except in the street of Mchikichi, the section of the Manyema and Congo, where the building has collapsed.
The hopes of the Kariakoo businessmen and women now lie on the report of the commission formed to investigate the incident.
Tegemeo letu kubwa ni kwamba kamati hii itoe majibu kwa uwazi.
Our major expectation is that this committee will provide answer transparently, offering truthful and accurate information. They should involve the community so that people can be informed. This will help alleviate the concerns of business owners who fear that other buildings may collapse.
The Bank of Tanzania, BOT, has started to phase out from circulation the old banknotes in denominations of 20, 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 and 10,000 shillings issued from 1985 to 2003 and 500 banknotes issued in 2010, where the deposit or exchange of old banknotes shall last for a period of 3 months from the 6th of January 2025 to the 5th of April 2025, upon which they shall cease to be legal tender. The manager of banking and currency services at the BOT Dodoma branch, Nolasco Maluli, says the banknotes will cease to be legal tender from the 6th of April 2025.
Matumizi ya noti hizo yatafikia ukomo.
The use of those notes will be reached the limit of being legally used in Tanzania starting from April 6, 2025. After this date, any person or institution holding those notes will not be allowed to use them for making payments anywhere in the world. And all banks will not be permitted to pay or receive value or requests to exchange the notes that have been phased out of circulation.
BOT continues to urge all citizens to deposit and do over-the-counter exchange of the mentioned banknotes.
Inatoa rai kwa wananchi wote wenye akiba ya noti hizo.
I urge all citizens who have saving of those old notes to exchange them or deposit them in any bank within that period. We anticipate that those funds will not be too many since citizens have been given a long time to continue exchanging them.
The Minister of State, Prime Minister's Office, Labor, Youth, Employment and Persons with Disability, Ridhiwani Kikwete, has praised Tanzania Rural and Urban Roads Agency, TARURA, for recognizing the importance of involving communities in the maintenance of roads in rural areas through the community-based routine maintenance project funded by the World Bank. Speaking in Dar es Salaam during the launch of the RISE project, the minister says that the project will bring about desired reforms to the societies.
The national roads, with the aim of taking the farm's product to the market on one end or another, but also to ensure that those who live in the outskirts of the town or on the rural areas, they've got the link, the direct link between their farms and the market.
But it's really special because it is coming with a model of what we are calling community-based maintenance, whereby the community is involved in the maintaining and building of the roads in the rural.
This project will improve the rural roads in 4 regions in Tanzania. That is Iringa, Lindi, Tanga, and Geita.
ILO remains committed to this partnership and continued collaboration with the government of Tanzania the Rural Urban Roads Agency, TARURA, and other development partners in the country as we collectively work to promote the economic empowerment of women, youth, and people with disabilities in Tanzania. I am confident that together we will be able to achieve the aspirations of sustainable development goals for more inclusive growth that leaves no one behind.
Ambassador of Finland to Tanzania, Teresa Zitting, says Tanzania and Finland share a desired need in advancing sustainable development and innovation, particularly in the rapidly evolving digital landscape. She made the remarks when she visited the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation, TBC, emphasizing on the importance of enhancing bilateral relations and exploring new avenues for collaboration between the two nations.
There we also look at opportunities to cooperate because it really strengthens the economy with e-governance. The citizens get information about the various services and what the government can provide them with. And we have the infrastructure and we have some of the technologies that can be used. So that is something we'll also be looking. But then, of course, forestry. You have huge forests, and we have in Finland also big forests. So how to take care of them and to both to see that they are sustained, that we not cut them all, but then at the same time you can utilize them as well. You can use them in a good economic way, but in a sustainable way, so that they grow back. You plant again, and then you can harvest them. So that is also an important sector where we do work. But last but not least, we do cooperation on gender questions, so gender equality. And that's a very broad area. That can include women in economy, that how to provide equal opportunities, for example, access to money for investments. It can also mean that there should be equal participation in politics, in economy, and now with the elections also approaching, that there would be women candidates, and then that the women really goes and goes and votes, that the activity there. But then there are other questions as well, like gender-based violence is a question we've been working at. Child marriage is also a question that we've been working at. So.
On the other hand, the Director General of the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation, TBC, Dr. Ayub Rioba, insists on the historical ties between TBC and Finland that serve as a platform to enhance collaborations on various areas, especially digital transformation, outlining how these efforts could benefit both organizations and contribute to the broader goals of national development.
This is not the first time TBC, Finland and Tanzania cooperate in the area of broadcasting. In the 70s, I understand, we had cooperation through which RTD, Radio Tanzania Dar es Salaam, was able to receive both equipment, facilities, and expatriates to come and train our own local journalists. And, I believe that looking at the kind of cooperation Tanzania has had with Scandinavian countries in general and Finland in particular, it is possible that we could have further cooperation or more cooperation in areas of broadcasting, and particularly the digital, broadcasting technology, as well as AI, artificial intelligence. So we've discussed in several areas, including the two I've just mentioned, where we could collaborate with Finland. And lastly, of course, we have the issue of exchange of journalists and other expatriates, for example, on the technical aspects of broadcasting.
Her visit symbolizes the eagerness of both countries to explore potentials for increased cooperation in various sectors, paving a way for a strengthened partnership between Finland and Tanzania in many years to come. In case you missed any of our stories, remember you can always go to our YouTube channel at TBC Online and watch anytime, anywhere around the globe. Now let's have a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Do not miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Time now for all the latest in international news. And here is international news as compiled and read to you by Nyambona Masamba.
The Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda have signed an agreement to advance the peace process in the DRC's troubled east amidst the ongoing conflict between the Congolese armed forces and their M23 rebels. Despite the violation of the ceasefire deal, DRC and Rwanda are maintaining diplomatic dialogue through Angola's mediation. The two countries have launched a committee to monitor ceasefire violation. Namibia is set to choose its 7th presidential and National Assembly elections, with the ruling SWAPO party facing potential shifts in support. The November 27th election marks a milestone as SWAPO fields its first female presidential candidate. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, who is the current vice president, could become the first female president in the nation. Italian Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani said the group of 7 meeting near Rome focused on efforts for a ceasefire in Lebanon and Gaza. The talks in Fiji brought together foreign ministers from the world's top economies. For the first time, ministers from Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, the UAE, Qatar, and the Arab League Secretary General, known as the Arab Quintet, also took part in the discussions. Italian Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani and other foreign ministers expressed cautious optimism and a potential ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah. Tajani also stated that Italy is prepared to take on greater peacemaking role in Lebanon to help implement any ceasefire agreement. He added that all diplomats condemned attacks on UN peacekeepers and suggested creating a double buffer zone along the border.
That was international news. Sports news up next. And in sports, young Africans failed to capitalize on the home ground advantage as they were crushed out by 2-0 by Sudan champion Al Hilal in a thrilling encounter of CAF Champions League held at Benjamin Mkapa Stadium in Dar es Salaam. Young Africans head coach says it was a tough match against the experienced Al Hilal, while the winning side coach, Florent Ibenge, praised his players for utilizing the chance to score 2 goals, which is a good start to the team in the Africans' showpiece.
I have to suffer now to get the guys ready. It's not easy, absolute, but we are here to improve them, and this is what we will do. And the other question is, I think that we had this kind of opportunity. Of course, the team lost 2 games before the Champions League. It's not that easy also.
And after that, when we have the possibility to play, they did it also good. But we have to use the ball better than we did it today. We defend a lot, and we don't play really with the ball like we.
Al Hilal goals scored by Adama Koulibaly in the 63rd minute and the strike by Yasser Mozamil in the 90th minute made the Sudanese champion move on to the top of Group A log. In other sports news, Simba Sports Club head coach Fadlu Davids says his players are ready to mentally and physically crash out FC Bravos in the opening match of CAF Confederation Cup group stage to be held at Benjamin Mkapa Stadium in Dar es Salaam. Head coach Davids believes that they have had ample preparation towards the match, and with the additional experience and intercontinental matches, he hopes that they will start very well with an impressive win against Angola side FC Bravos.
We're ready. We're excited for this tough group. We're in a very tough group, and we face a very tough team in the first match. And of course, for our fans, for the club, we want to start this match in a positive way and give them their respect, and a match definitely where it's expected for us to get the 3 points.
That was sports news. And now, before we wind up the news bulletin, let's have a look at today's weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello, this is 24 hours weather forecast from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. Starting from tonight, 9 p.m. Wind is expected to flow at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour over Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, and Lake Nyasa. And the state of the lake is expected to be slight. For the entire coast, wind is expected to flow at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour. And the state of the sea is expected to be slight. And we expect chance of rainfall over some few areas of southern coast, western part of the country, and Lake Victoria Basin. And now let us see of the weather details. And this is what we expect for tonight. For Lake Victoria Basin, western part of the country, Rukwa region, we expect partly cloud condition, thunder showers over few areas, and the rest part of the country is expected to be dry. And now let us see of what we expect for tomorrow. For Lake Victoria Basin, western part of the country, Rukwa region, we expect partly cloud condition, thunder showers over few areas, and sun periods. For Songwe, Mbeya, Njombe, Arusha, Kilimanjaro, we expect partly cloud condition, light rain showers over few areas, and sun periods. For Lindi and Mtwara region, we expect partly cloud condition, rain showers over few areas, and sun periods. And the remaining parts of the country, we expect partly cloud condition and sun periods. And now let us take a look of the next 4 days weather forecast. For Dar es Salaam, we expect sun periods and rain showers. For Dodoma, we expect light rain and thunder showers. For Mbeya region, we expect light rain and thunder showers. For Mwanza, we expect thunder showers. Kilimanjaro, we expect rain showers and thunder showers. Morogoro, we expect sun periods and rain showers. Arusha, we expect rain showers and thunder showers. And that's all for today. Make sure to catch up again tomorrow. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, my name is Mariam Faris. Bye-bye.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Do not miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Faida Ngaga. Good night.
Thank you.